this way.
Yeah. This one right here?
Yeah. That's good right there. Thank you.
Yep.
Welcome, everybody, to Paradise Valley, Arizona, where it is 101 degrees today as we have the opening playoff game of this series. Number 4, the Diamonds, against number 5, the Panthers. And this is going to be a very tight game. We have some wonderful players out there today that you'll be seeing, and I know you'll see a lot of great action. They've all been warming up here for the last hour as if they don't need it to be warmed up. A few guys were coming in from far away who I believe finally arrived, so we're ready to start this game. And the Panthers are going to bat first, and the Diamonds are in the field. And the Panthers, of course, are led by Carson Rose in his 6th year. Carson leads the league in 35 hits. He has 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 21 runs, a .479 batting average, and a .565 on-base percentage. He is a real superstar. You see him warming up there, practicing, as Mason Ferris pitches him a few practice balls. Mason, in his 5th year, 16 hits, of which 6 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 13 runs scored, and a .302 batting average and a .373 on-base percentage. Now, Jason Rose will be 3rd player today, but he's playing with a disability as an injured wrist. So he will be a designated fielder, but he's unable to bat. We'll see how all of that plays out. Unfortunately, Logan Christie will not be here today, unable to attend. Stuck back in Las Vegas.
Otherwise, we'd be playing with 2.
Now, here comes the Diamonds pitcher out to practice. Keaton Kimmel is in his 3rd year. Keaton has a 1.85 ERA, 1.76 WHIP, and is definitely a Cy Young finalist.
Thank you, guys.
We're going.
Okay. Here comes the first pitch of the game. Carson Rose at the plate. Keaton Kimmel on the mound. Tommy Hernandez playing left. And Tom Jankowski at first base. First pitch of the game. A strike. 1-1. So it's 2 strikes now, right?
1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Carson is a very dangerous player. Leads the league in hits. Here comes the windup and the pitch. That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit the batter. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Speed's up there, if you're honest. Yeah. No. It's a good C. It's right there, then. You don't need to.
3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He struck out his first batter. It's a pat on the back from Tommy Hernandez. And here comes the number 2 batter. And Mason Ferris. I think that's ball 3.
2-0.
2. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Mason in his 5th year. 6 home runs, 16 hits, a .302 batting average. Line up by Kimmel. And here comes that pitch. Too high. Ball 3. Strike. That's right. Ball 4. 4 balls. 1 strike. You know, 4 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 5. He walks him. So we have Mason Ferris on first. And here comes Carson Rose. We have 1 out and 1 on. Wind up in the first pitch to Carson Rose. Strike. Strike 2. Carson didn't swing at that one. Ball 1. High, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Wind up in the pitch. Strike 3. He amazingly struck out Carson Rose again. Oh my goodness. 2 strikeouts. Okay. Mason Ferris coming up again with 2 outs. Runner on first. Here comes the pitch. Strike 1. Strike 2. Kimmel's got a good arm today. And that's way outside. The only question is, in this kind of heat, how long can any pitcher last? He's been pretty resilient in the past. The spring has been very hot in Paradise Valley, Arizona. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Strike 3 struck him out. That's the end of the first half of the first inning. With the score 0-0, we go to the bottom of the first. So Kimmel strikes out all 3 of the outs that inning. And we'll see. It looks like Carson Rose is going to be in at pitcher. Takes a few practice throws there. Carson has had a good year at pitching. An ERA of 3.91 and a whip of 3.26. Has led the league for many weeks now in hits with 35. And he was third in batting average, 479, behind Dalby and Jankowski. Jankowski, who was up in the booth today being a color commentator, watching his dad down in the field. And the first batter is Keaton Kimmel. And here comes the windup and the pitch by Carson Rose. Hits the batter. Ball one. Kimmel in his third year with 23 hits, 4 home runs, and 16 RBIs. Ball two. Kimmel has scored 14 times, and his batting average is 3.54, and that's ball three. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, bottom of the first. Strike two. Good pitch by Carson Rose. Kimmel has a .391 on-base percentage. And that's ball 4. He strike 2. Strike 3. Struck him out. Didn't swing at that one. All right, Tommy Hernandez came in this morning from California. Ready for the windup and the pitch. So Tommy's a rookie with 21 hits, 1 home runs, 8 RBIs. That's strike 2. Strike 1. Strike 1. Ball 1. Tommy has 8 RBIs and has 13 RBIs. 8 RBIs, 13. On batting 438. He's got a 438 batting average. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Number 1 pick last year. Number 1 pick in the draft. Oh, there's the first ball to hit, and he makes it to first. He runs it out. Went down to the first base line, and Mason fielded it, but was unable to get there fast enough. And Kimmel will come in to run for Tommy. And here comes another rookie, Tom Jankowski. The windup in the first pitch is a ball. Tom has played this game for 40 years probably, since he was a kid, and he was one of the champions with the left fielder, Jason Rose, back when they were both in high school. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 strikes. 2 strikes. Tom has 5 hits, 1 RBI, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. He's batting .208 with a .310 on-base percentage. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3.
Football.
Ball. Ball. Was that too fast?
3-2.
3-2. Okay. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Wind up, and here comes the pitch. Strike 3. Got him there. Got him there. We have 2 outs now. And here comes Keaton Kimmel to bat. We have Tommy Hernandez running now at first. That was strike 1. And it's a little shot down to the pitcher. The pitcher throws it to try to hit Kimmel and misses him. Kimmel goes on to second. Tommy Hernandez is on third. And that brings up Tommy Hernandez to bat.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Okay.
So we have 2 outs.
How am I back?
Dangerous position here for Carson Rose. 2 outs and 2 on, and Tommy Hernandez at bat. Number 1 draft choice. Rookie. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike 1. Whoa, he checked his swing, and that was a ball. He didn't go. 3 balls, 1 strike. All 4. 4 balls, 1 strike. Wind up, and here comes that pitch. And he walked him. And so the bases are loaded. 2 outs. And that brings up Tom Jankowski. Two rookies in a row batting there. Ball 1.
No pitch.
No pitch.
Too fast.
Too fast. Strike 2.
Strike 1.
Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Ball 2. Still no score, but this is a very dangerous situation for Carson. He's going to get out of this jam. That's low. Ball 2. I remember the day when ball 3, Tom, get that home run.
You got it.
That's ball 4. 4 balls and 1 strike. Got him on strike 2. So it's a full count. 4 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded and 2 outs. This is a big pitch, probably the biggest pitch of the game so far.
Oh, there's a speed violation.
Oh, he had a speed violation. So does he walk a run in? Is that what happens?
Correct.
Ah, that means the run came in. That's strike 1. So it's 1-0 now. The Diamonds over the Panthers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. Good swing by Keaton. Good swing. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. Struck him out. Nope. Speed violation. Speed violation, so that didn't count. Lined up in the pitch. Oh, that time he got him. Good swing, but really good pitch. So they leave 3 men on base, but not before they got 1 run, but on a speed violation. That'd be a terrible way to lose a game. They lost 1-0, all because of a speed violation. In any event, we go to the top of the second with a score 1-0. Diamonds ahead. And Kimmel's out there taking a few practices. Tom Jankowski pretending like he's a batter to help Kimmel better judge his pitches as he warms up. Up here in the announcer's box, we have with us the commissioner who had his wisdom teeth taken out yesterday, and thus he is not announcing today. We got his grandfather, Buff Rich, up here doing the announcing, and he's got an ice pack off and on. So we wish him the best for a speedy recovery. And here comes Carson Rose at bat. First pitch of the second inning. Ball outside. Curve. Strike one on Carson Rose. Wind up in the pitch. Whoa. Is that a strike? No, I don't think so. No, it didn't hit anything. So we have 2 balls, 1 strike on Carson. Nobody out, top of the second. Kimmel's wind up, and here comes that pitch. Oh, it was right down the middle. Carson would have wished he took that. He didn't take that one. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. You got Tom Jankowski covering first and Tommy Hernandez covering third. Kimmel pitching. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the second. Way outside. Got away from him there. 4 balls.
His first warning as well.
And it's a warning. Okay.
Left out.
And he walked him. Okay, we got Carson Rose on first. And here comes the ever dangerous Mason Ferris. Ever dangerous. Wind up, and here comes that pitch. Whoa. That was ball 1.
No, that hit.
It hit. Strike?
Yeah.
Yep, strike 1, okay. Strike 2. Mason's had 6 home runs and 13 RBIs. Batting .302. Wind up pitch. Outside ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 62 mile an hour pitch. Strike 3. Struck him out. So there's 1 out, 1 on, and Carson Rose at bat. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 1 on Carson Rose. Ooh.
No, he didn't.
Ball 2. Here comes the windup and the pitch by Kimmel. Strike. Strike 1. 1 strike, 2 balls. Hit the batter. 3 balls. And 1 out. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second. Oh, what a pitch. Strike. Oh, struck him out again. Goodness gracious. You don't see that very often. Carson Rose into the second inning has struck out every time at bat.
No, he walked.
Oh, he did walk. So here comes Mason Ferris. Ball 1. We got
It's a strike.
Strike 1. And Mason hits it up the middle. And he throws and misses. And here comes the runners to second and third. So the Kimmel tried to throw it at Mason, missed him. So he takes second base, and now we have runners at second and third. And 2 outs. Carson Rose at bat. The ball was off his arm, ball 1. And here comes a strike, so we're 1-1. 2 outs. This is the best chance so far this game that the Panthers have had to bring some runs across the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 2. So we have 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the second, 1-0. Diamonds. Wind up in the pitch. And right down the middle, and it's off Kimmel's leg, and the runner will score. So Carson Rose gets his first hit of the day. That was really hit well. We have runners at first and second, 1 run in. It's a tie game, 2 outs. And here comes Mason Ferris. Runners at first and second. Lined up in the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. Here comes the pitch. And looks like that was a strike, I think.
Yeah, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs, 2 on. Mason Ferris at bat. That was a strike. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Outside. Ball 2. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. Lots of 2s in the second inning. Kimmel doesn't look like he's being anywhere demonized by the hot weather, so he's still got a lot. Oh, and he just struck him out. Obviously, he hasn't been hurt at all. He is really pitching good. But he does give up 1 run, and so we go into the bottom of the second with the Panthers and Diamonds tied at 1-1.
Kian.
Yeah.
Can you fix the camera?
Yeah.
Tilt it this way. This way. More. Right there's good. Thank you. No, that's just bad.
It looks really good. Surprised they scored 1 off though.
And we just saw Carly Lawrence bring some snacks up to one of the batters. And Carson Rose on the mound. Bottom of the second, Tommy Hernandez up. Outside, ball 1. Wind up in the pitch by Carson Rose. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Good swing, but a really good pitch. Really hard to hit. Wind up, here comes the pitch. Strike 2, another excellent pitch. 2 strikes, 1 ball.
Tommy, can you double tap it? Tommy, can you double tap the thing? Thank you.
One ball, 2 strikes. Wind up in the pitch. Low, ball 2.
First one.
And that's ball 3. 3-2. Nobody out. And it's a good, solid hit just before the bushes. Stopped by Mason from going out of the field, and the runner is safe at first. So he leads off the inning, Tommy, with a single. And that brings up Tom Jankowski. The windup and the pitch low, and ball 1. Low again, ball 2. Oh, that was a strike. Strike 1. Two balls and 1 strike. Nobody out and a runner on first. Wind up in the pitch. Whoa, checked his swing.
Oh, he went.
He went. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind up, and here comes that pitch. It was a pretty good pitch, but a little low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing And a miss. So Tom Jankowski goes out, and that's the first out of the inning. Carson Rose struck him out. And that'll bring up Keaton Kimmel, a pitcher. Keaton has had a really good year pitching. Really good. Cy Young finalist. But a batting average of 354, so he's also dangerous there. Ball one low. Lined up in the pitch. Ball two inside. And that was
Keaton, can you tilt it to the
low.
left? Yeah.
So ball three. 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Runner on first. Oh, ho, ho. Almost had him go for that one. 4 balls, no strikes. Oh, he walked him on 5 straight balls. Runners on first and second. There is 1 out. But once again, Carson Rose is finding himself in trouble fairly early in this inning. And here comes Tommy Hernandez, California, here in Paradise Valley, Arizona. He takes that one, and it's a ball 1 low.
78.
That was a too fast. So we got 2 balls, runners on first and second, bottom of the second, and 2 men on base. Little high, ball through. We got Jason Rose playing left, and whoa, foul ball. That was well hit. Four and 1. That's another ball. 1 out. Oh, that was ball 4. So we have the bases loaded. And 1 out. Carson's in trouble again. Instead of some of these walks, he needs to do a few more strikeouts. Bases loaded. 1 out. And the ever dangerous Tom Jankowski at bat. Tom is one of the oldest players in the league, but yet he's a rookie this year. Ball 1. Played the game of wiffle ball all his life. Ball 2. Couldn't ask for a better person to coach the younger folks than Tom Jankowski. He's been there and done that, all of it. Champion when he was in high school. And now he's paying it forward, coming back to play along with his colleague from those years, Jason Rose. 2 oldest guys in the league. Both know what they're doing, though. They're very good players. Here comes the windup and the pitch with 2 balls. Ball 3. Is Carson starting to tire from the heat? Nah, that's a good one. 3 balls, 1 strike.
What? Tower died spins. Keep it green? No, there's a leaf.
Ball 4.
What did he say?
4 balls, 1 strike.
There you go.
He didn't go.
No, he didn't. No.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Just helped him out here. So.
4 balls, 2 strikes. So we have a full count with the bases loaded and 1 out. Big pitch coming up for Carson Rose and for Tom Jankowski. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out. So there are 2 outs and the bases loaded. And that's going to bring up Keaton Kimmel. Batting lefty. He's got his work cut out for him. It's a tie game. Bottom of the second. 1-1. Big pitch. Low ball 1.
No, I got it. That's a strike.
That was a strike? Okay. Strike 2. 2 quick strikes on Keaton Kimmel.
Keaton, can you turn it
By
left?
Carson Rose.
Thank you.
Big pitch coming up. Every one of these pitches is big now with the bases loaded and the game tied. Here comes the windup and the pitch.
88.
Is that a penalty?
It's a ball.
It's a ball. Ball 1. And a pop-up, and it's going to drop. And here comes a second run in, 2 runs in, and Kimmel slides into second. And the runners are now on second and third with 2 more runs scored. The Diamonds take a fairly commanding lead now in the bottom of the second after a wonderful double by Keaton Kimmel. Drives in 2 runs. 2 outs, 3-1, runners on second and third.
Why would he not throw the super drop? He's up 1-2. It's not a good pitch to throw.
Best hit of the game so far.
Oh, Tommy just got walked.
Hit right over the pitcher on the fly, and nobody could get to it on time.
They intentionally walked Tommy, so bases loaded.
And they just intentionally walked Tommy Hernandez to pitch to Tom Jankowski, so the bases are loaded. Strike 1 on Jankowski. Strike 2 on Jankowski. Did they do the right thing here? We'll see soon. Walking Tommy Hernandez to get to Tom Jankowski. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second, 3-1. High ball 1.
Should have done that.
And he struck him out. And so we go into the top of the third, the last chance for the Panthers to tie it up. They'll need 2 runs to tie and 1 run to go ahead. Otherwise, the first game of the first playoff game will be a Diamonds victory. How do you do it?
It's on now.
All right, folks. This is the win or lose inning for the Panthers. Strike 1. Strike 2. He let that one pass by there. 2 strikes, no balls, no outs. Bottom of the third with the Diamonds having a 3-1 lead on the Panthers. Here comes the windup and the pitch. A pop-up by Carson Rose. Tommy Hernandez can't make the catch. He reaches out with his right arm. It drops into the bush, and Carson is on with a single. That's a great way to start the inning for the Panthers.
It's a good piece of hitting.
First man on first. And here comes
It's not the most mobility in
Mason Ferris. They have a pinch runner on first, Jason Rose. Certainly not an Olympic runner. So we have 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, runner on first, and the tying run at the plate. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Oh, strike 2. Good swing. He was going over the bushes. He was going to tie it up. Wind up in the pitch. Oh,
Got it.
he struck him out. Okay, that's the first out of the inning. And now Jason Rose is no longer running at first. And Carson Rose is at bat, who hit that single last time. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Kimmel pitches. Strike 2. That ball was outside. It curved out. Quickly, he gets 2 strikes on Carson Rose. A very, very dangerous batter. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Way outside on behind the batter, so that's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and he struck him out on an incredible curveball. That's 2 outs. A lot of pressure now on Mason. Last chance to tie it up with a home run, or at least bring in 1 run. So we have 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd, 3-1, the Diamonds. Strike 1 on Mason. Kimmel's got great control today. Strike 2. Kimmel is definitely really pitching well today. He bats left and throws left. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kimmel's one of the only lefties in the league. Isn't he? One of the only lefties. Comes the wind up in the pitch. Inside. Ball.
76.
Oh, too fast. It was too fast. 3 balls. Strike 3. He struck him out, and the first game of this series is over. The Diamonds win it 3-1. So there'll be a short break here as the players give each other high fives for the victory and get ready to go to game 2 and hopefully cool down. This game took about 35, 40 minutes in 101 degree weather. It's now dropped to 99 degrees, so it's only double digits here in Paradise Valley, Arizona. The high today was 101 when the game started. This has been a very hot late spring and early summer, which of course is not unusual in the desert of Arizona. These guys are in great shape because they're able to play in this kind of weather and do a really good job. But they don't want to be out in the field that long. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Players are off their pre-second game break, coming back to the field to start the second game of the series today. And the winner, by the way, of this game is going to have the opportunity to play against the Altitude in the next playoff game of this series. So as we look at the future here, it's going to be quite something. We have right now the power rankings, as you may know from watching them as you follow the big league wiffle ball. The Altitude at 12-3 are ranked number 1. The Wolves 11-4. Number 2, Cougars 9-6 are ranked number 3. The Diamonds, who are ahead right now, are ranked number 4. They're 7-8 going into this game, this series. The Panthers are ranked 5, and they are 5 wins, 10 defeats, and in last place. I think the worst of any team that we've ever had, the record. Extreme are 1 win and 14 losses. So they're in 6th place. And so the winner of this game is going to have the honor of playing the toughest team in the league, the Altitude. Not something that I'm sure any of the teams want to do this year, but you're going to have to get past the Altitude if you want to be the World Series champion of this spring-summer league of big league wiffle ball.
No, we're good.
Okay, game 2. Carson Rose is still in at pitching. And here comes the winning pitcher of the first game, Keaton Kimmel. First batter. First inning of game 2. Wind up in the pitch. Strike 1 by Carson Rose. Well thrown. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the windup and the pitch. And that's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss struck him out. So Carson pitched well in that first against the first batter. Gave up only 1 ball. 1 out, Tommy Hernandez at bat. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Down low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind up, and here comes that pitch, and it's a hit down to the third base side, and he got him out. A throw out from Jason Rose, beautifully fielding it, threw it over. No, he was safe. Safe. Very, very close. Strike 1 on Tom Jankowski. Strike 2 on Tom Jankowski. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind up in the pitch. Whoa! Curved up to the window here in the booth. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner on first. high ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. So he strikes out Tom Jankowski. We now have 2 outs and a runner on first, keeping Kimmel up. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Strike 1 on Keaton. Keaton came into this game batting .354. Ball 1.
Keaton. Yeah, too.
I hit it there.
That's strike 2. Ball 1, strike 3. Struck him out.
That was disgusting.
Struck him out. So that's the end of the first inning. No score. We go to the bottom of the first. And the Panthers will be up at bat. And we assume leading off will be Carson Rose. Carson came into this game leading the league with 35 hits, tied with Randy Dalby.
Fix the tripod.
But he has had more hits today, so he'll continue to be in the lead.
Tommy, can you turn it more?
Carson also
A little
was
more.
third in the league
Yeah. That's good right there.
in batting average with .479. Logan Rose still is tied for the league in home runs with Randy Dalby and Tom Ulrich, all at 7. Then Mason Ferris and Logan Christie at 6.
Boy.
Okay, here comes Carson Rose to bat. Wind up in the pitch. Ball 1. Ball 2 inside. Ball 3.
Wait. Was that a strike? Was that a strike? Carson. Ask him what the count is.
Hey, Carson, what's the count? 2-1. Okay. So in the 2024 playoffs, you may remember the Panthers lost Game 1 before they went on to win games 2 and 3 against the Wolves. So we'll see what happens here today, whether they're able to do the same thing again against the Diamonds. We're at 4 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Here's our ball 5. Walked him. So, not a very good start there for Kimmel. Puts the first man on base. There comes the ever slow Jason Rose coming up to first base.
One out.
Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that was the ball, I guess. It looks like.
Good hit. Oh, that's some. 2 strikes.
2 strikes, yeah, it was good. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. Strike 3. Struck him out. Now there's 1 out. Carson Rose at bat. Mason Ferris running now at first. Carson shows bunt. Strike 1, ball 1. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Foul tip. Strike 2. And he hits the ball, and everybody stays where they... Oh, they're all safe. So we've got now runners on first and second, and 1 out at the bottom of the first inning. So Panthers are threatening. There is 1 out, and here comes Mason Ferris. Outside, ball 1.
That gotta be. That's a strike.
The strike, okay.
I wish I could ask him what the.
Is that 1-on-1 now, guys? Yeah, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Oh, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Big swing once again. He was going for the fences. And so now we've got 2 outs and 2 on. You couldn't find a more dangerous batter in this league to come up than Carson Rose, who leads the league in hits. And it's a foul ball, his first swing. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, and has scored 21 runs with a .479 batting average at the start of this game. Very dangerous. Oh, swung and missed on that. 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs, 2 on. Wind up. And here comes the pitch. And that looks like strike 3. And so we go to the top of the second as the Panthers leave 2 men on base. No score in the ball game.
Oh, he broke their bat on accident. It's being. It's fine.
Okay, we're back here for the top of the second inning.
Tommy's up.
No score. And Tommy Hernandez takes the batter's box.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wind up in the pitch by Carson Rose. Swing and a miss on strike 1. Down low, strike, no, ball 1. So it's 1-1 on Hernandez. A rookie, could be rookie of the year. He's very, very dangerous, very skilled player. That's ball 2. Ball 3 inside. He was batting .438 coming into this game. Very, very dangerous player. Very powerful hitter. Here comes the pitch inside again. So we're at 4 balls and 1 strike on Tommy.
He hasn't got out today.
They haven't gotten him out yet today, but they might this time. They've got 4 balls, 2 strike, full count, and he walked him. So Tommy has been on base every time he's been up. One of the reasons they won that first game for sure. Tom Jankowski comes up to bat with 1 man on and nobody out. And he takes swings on strike 1. And he hits the ball down to Jason Rose. And no play. There was no play. So he's safe on a single there. And we have runners on first and second. No out. Carson finds himself in a very tough position real quickly in this second inning. Runners on first and second, no out, and Keaton Kimmel at bat. Ball 1. Ball 2 inside. Kimmel came into this game batting .354.
The other one that you guys know, the Wolves. Yeah, I gave him them. Blue one looks fine. I don't know what he's talking about. Just hot.
Oh, a swing and a miss.
They're just not the Logan Christie
Strike
balls
1.
that are $5 a ball.
And that's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out and 2 on. That was low. Ball 4. 4 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. We have a full count. Kimmel swing at one that was coming right back in, so it would have been a strike either way if he missed it. 2 on and nobody out. 4 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the second, no score. Wind up. Carson Rose getting ready. Pitch to Kimmel with. Here it comes. And it's a walk. He walks. The bases are now loaded. Bases are loaded. And here comes Tommy Hernandez, the windup and the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Tommy has been on base every time he's been at bat this game. Ball 2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Very dangerous position for the Panthers to be in. Jason Rose on the left side of the infield and Mason Ferris on the right side. Wind up in the pitch. Inside.
I got it.
Ball 3. 3 balls, no strike. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here comes the windup and the pitch. That's inside. So we got ball 4. And it hit right to the second baseman. And he out at second. So 1 out, but 1 run does score on that fielder's choice. And so we have runners at first and third with 1 out and 1 run in. Okay, Tom Jankowski at bat. And the first pitch is outside for ball one. We have one out, one run in, runners at first and third. And the game is Diamonds 1, Panthers nothing. That was outside. Ball two. The windup and the pitch. Whoa, very close. But that's ball three. Tom struck out last time at bat. Wind up in the pitch. He swung and missed for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike.
This game stretched screwed up personally.
And that is ball 4. So 4 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 on. Top of the second. Diamonds lead 1-0. Carson threw that one away. So the bases are loaded again. The bases are loaded again. And Keaton Kimmel is up with 1 out.
Keaton, can you tilt it again? Thank you. Carson's grabbing us upstream.
And that was strike 1. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keaton Kimmel with the bases loaded and 1 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Okay. Strike there.
And that was a strike.
I guess not.
Nope. 2 balls, 2 strikes inside ball 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Carson's hurt.
His hamstrings just pulled. I don't know what's going on.
Carson seems to be troubled by his hamstring. And here comes the very dangerous Tommy Hernandez. Ball 1 has been on base every time in this series. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
76.
It's a no pitch.
No pitch. So it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, you get a lot of horse on them again. It's okay. Or no, 1-1. Did you want a 1-1? Oh. And then 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes. Well pitched. Strike 1. Strike 2. Put that one right past Tommy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Can Carson get out of this jam with only 1 run scored? No, that's not going to do it. Way outside and high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4, way over Tommy's head. Well, will Tommy continue to be on base every time at bat in this series? Let's see. Here it comes. And he does. That's a ball. Scores another run. Ball 4. Walks in a run. So it's 2-0. The bases are still loaded and 2 outs. Tom Jankowski comes to the plate. Here comes the pitch. And that's ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Oh, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Strike 2.
Oh. Speed.
Speed violation. So it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes that pitch. And it's a foul ball by Jankowski. So it's still 3 balls, 2 strikes at 2 outs with the bases loaded, 2 runs in. Diamonds ahead 2-0 in this game. Carson seems to definitely be hurting in the hamstring. Now he's even sitting down. There's
I think he's just stretching.
Goes Carly Lawrenson bringing out some water to him, but he's refusing it. She's going back into the fans area. And we're back at play here with a count of 3-2 on Tom Jankowski. And Tom swings and misses. And that's the end of the top of the 2nd inning. The Diamonds leave 3 men on base, but they did score 2 runs. So at the middle of the 2nd, it's the Diamonds 2, the Panthers nothing. And Mason Ferris will come to the plate.
Tommy, can you tilt it again to the left?
Camera?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, we have the first batter up in the bottom of the 2nd now. And ball 1. That's ball 2. And so we're at the bottom of the 2nd. The Diamonds having a 2-run lead. We see Tommy Hernandez playing left and Tom Jankowski playing right. And there is a long hit into the bushes. And he is running to get to second.
Safe, he's safe.
And he's safe at second. That's a double. And that brings up Carson Rose. That was a well-hit ball. So once again, Keaton has some trouble right out of the batter's box here. Ball one on Carson. And it's back through the center. Here comes, and he scores on a single by Carson Rose. Brings in the runner from second, Mason Ferris, and we're at a 2-1 ball game with nobody out and a runner on first. And we have Jason Rose in running for Logan Rose. I mean Carson Rose. And here comes the pitch outside, ball one. And that's ball two on Mason Ferris. So we have nobody out. 2 straight hits. Oh, that came back up from almost the dirt for a strike. Hit the batter, so we got 3 balls, 1 strike.
You swing here. 3-1, would you swing?
Yeah.
Pick a pitch you like.
3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Low.
Now you don't.
It's the
Ball 4, 4 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first, nobody out. Strike 2. Now we have a full count. The go-ahead run at the plate, the tying run at first.
I'm still taking off the letter.
Kimmel with his windup, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out Mason. Mason's going to take over running at first base, and Carson Rose will be up. Got a hit last time up. Got a single. Let's see if he can do some more damage to Keaton Kimmel. Swing and a miss on a really good pitch. Strike 1. Strike 2.
That's auto ball.
But it was too fast.
1-1.
So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. It's over 74.
73.
73. That's an illegal one. Low and in the dirt, ball 2. And Carson hits that ball down the first base line, and there's no play on it.
Dead ball.
Is that a dead ball? Might have been.
And the foul ball's down.
Might have been a dead ball. Foul ball.
Otherwise, that would have been my head.
So that was a dead ball. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still a runner on first. 1 out. And Carson hits a high fly to left, and Tommy is under it and catches it. So there are now 2 outs. 2 outs. Carson hit that well, but just not well enough to get it out of the park, or at least over the Rose Field sign. So here comes Mason Ferris looking to tie up the game with now 2 outs and a runner on first. Wind up, here comes that pitch, and it's a strike 1. A great curve. Man, did that go way out of the strike zone. Here comes the pitch, and that's ball 1. Keaton does not seem to be tiring at all this heat. He's got really good stuff. Still doing awfully well. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Oh, well, just close as could be. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's 3 balls and 1. No, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was right in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first and 2 out. And he struck him out. Kimmel strikes him out, but not before the Panthers make this game a lot closer by scoring 1 run. They leave a man on first, and we go into the top of the third with the score Diamonds 2, Panthers 1 in the second game of this series. After the Diamonds won the first game 3-1.
This could be it.
Here comes Kimmel. Ball one.
Diamond's got 2. It's over.
You don't play 30.
No, it's best of
That's
it.
right. Yeah, because this is a best of 3 series and it's the playoffs. If the Diamonds win this game, that's it. They're done. The best of 3. They've got it. So this is a really important inning for both teams. Diamonds need to score some insurance runs. Swing and a miss on a well-pitched ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And a good strike by Carson Rose. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out.
That time he hit the grip and it froze him.
Top of the 3rd inning. Carson has been struggling because it looks like he's got a bit of a hamstring problem, but not enough. He's just struck out Kimmel. So the first batter goes down in this inning, and here comes the guy who's been on base every time. Super dangerous. Rookie of the year potentially, Tommy Hernandez. That's outside. Ball 1.
84. 84 is no juice. He's pissed about that.
Oh,
He's just throwing this.
ball 2. Whoa, that comes right back into the announcer's box here. A fast one we're all ducking.
87.
How fast was that one?
87.
87 miles an hour. Good thing there was no glass in that window. It might have gone right through it. Whoa.
Oh, he's swung. So 2-0.
Oh,
He's swung. Yeah.
2 balls. That's ball 3. Carson's rubbing his shoulder, too. There's ball 4.
He's just going to put him on.
4 balls. No strikes. And foul ball, strike 1.
He was trying to walk and threw it over the middle.
Did you have a Texas football game? Or not football game,
Yeah.
no softball game.
And that's ball 5.
Double tap.
All right, so we have a runner on first now. And 1 out.
That might have tapped the tires.
Yep.
Tom Jankowski up at bat, and he takes strike 1 here. And that's ball 1 high. Lined up, and here comes that pitch. And he's strike 2 on him. Carson hasn't had any trouble today pitching to Tom Jankowski. It's only Tommy Hernandez that has just been unstoppable. And that's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he took that one. That was tempting, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jankowski looked like he was ready to go for it, but he held back, and that was the right decision. Here comes the pitch, and he struck him out. And so we now have 2 outs, a runner on first, and here comes Keaton Kimmel to bat. Last chance for the Diamonds to get some insurance runs. They're only ahead by 1. Here comes that pitch. Strike one on Keaton.
It's a big guy.
Strike two, another good pitch by Carson Rose. One more strike, and we're out of this inning, and we go to the bottom of the third. So let's see what happens. Nope, that's a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. Strike 3, he struck him out. So there'll be no insurance runs for the Diamonds as they go to the bottom of the third, the bottom of the last inning. And if the Panthers can't tie it up or win it, their postseason will be over. With the score, the Diamonds 2 and the Panthers 1.
Mason
The commissioner of
Carson's like, Mason always puts a bomb to win it, so I think that's gonna happen.
Do you want to play shortstop at that first? No. Hi, boy. No.
Yeah, but keep it going. Here we go.
Okay, let's tell you what's going on the field there. We got Tommy Hernandez again playing left field, and Tom Jankowski playing right, and Keaton Kimmel at this pitcher's box.
Tommy
And
said no.
so that's 1 ball,
2-0.
2 balls. No
Tommy
strikes.
said no go. So I'm gonna defer and be respectful.
2 balls, no strikes
It's 2-0.
on Carson Rose.
Keaton said it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, they're going to call it as a strike, that other one. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Carson Rose. And that's inside ball 2. And that was a good pitch, strike 2. Well, you couldn't ask for a more valuable player to be up when you need some hits, and that's Carson Rose. Leads the league in hits. But we'll see what happens here as it's outside. So ball 3.
That was a strikeout.
That was a strikeout. Ah, he struck him out. Okay, there's 1 out. Kimmel has been extremely effective today. Gives a high 5 slap arm to Tommy. So there's 1 out. Ball 1 on Mason Ferris. And that's strike 1. So ball 1, strike 1. 1 out. And a 1-run lead for the Diamonds. Bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch. Strike, foul ball. 1 ball. 2 strikes on Mason Ferris. He's got a hit today. And that's strike 3. That's 2 outs. So the Diamonds are 1 out away from continuing this postseason with still having a shot at the World's Championship. And they are 1 out away from having to play the altitude in the next round. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Ball 1 on Carson Rose.
Oh,
And Carson Rose ties up the game with a home run. His team is, boy, you hear him out there. That's Jason Rose's dad is so proud of his son tying up the game. So the Diamonds are not going to be going home so soon. Yep, it's all tied with that enormous home run. That was way, way over
Could have been flashed.
the hedges. Way over the hedges.
Wow.
So we've got a tie game now. And
Let's go to the other one.
one
You can
ball, no strikes.
No, that's strikes, right?
Strike. Strike two there. No balls, two strikes. We got 2 outs and the game tied. Strike 3.
Runner starts on second.
So we go to the top of the 4th, and we'll have a runner on second, as is required in the big league wiffle ball rules. So the game is tied. And could the Panthers do what they did in 2024? After losing the first game in the playoffs, winning the next 2. We'll have to see what happens. They're
That was unbelievable.
discussing by the pitcher's mound there. That's incredible home run by Carson Rose.
All right,
That's his 5th home run of the season.
They intentionally walked Tommy, so here we go.
And they've walked Tommy, which is a wise move since he's been on base every time, and they don't need to get anybody home here.
First and second.
So we've got runners on first and second with Tom Jankowski, the rookie, who's got a lot of experience, but up at bat, and nobody out. Tom strikes.
That decision a lot.
So strike 1.
You also gonna force it to.
And that's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've got Jason Rose in left and
Yeah, I agree.
Mason Ferris in right. Runners on first and second. Strike 2 on Tom Jankowski. And he watches that one.
First one.
That's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, what the.
Strike 3. Struck him out. All right, so we've got 1 out now. And runners on first and second. For the Diamonds, game tied. Having a little team discussion there on the pitcher's mound, a strategy discussion. They got Keaton Kimmel up. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Outside ball 1.
Good. These are working.
Oh, and it's into the bushes. And the run
Double.
scores.
Double.
So he's got a double into the bushes and unplayable. So we've got runners on second and third, and now the Diamonds have a 1-run lead here in the 4th inning with 1 out. And here comes the very dangerous Tommy Hernandez.
I got it.
Strike 1. Tommy was intentionally walked last time up, but it didn't help. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Been on base every time in this series.
I think it's the lineup here. Into the lineup.
Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third. And Tommy hits one. Oh, and it goes by Mason Ferris, and 2 runs score. It's now 5-2 for the Diamonds. And if there was ever a time they should have intentionally passed Tommy, that was it. Now we've got a 3-run lead. And here comes Tom Jankowski, runner on first, 1 out. And that was a very, very big hit. Strike 1 on Tom. Strike 2 on Tom. I can tell by the sweat on his brow, on his hat. This game is starting to wear on Tom. 1 out, no balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first. And Tom Jankowski steps out.
Can't step out as he's about to play. 91.
That's too fast.
91, so it's a ball. Here comes the batter's back in the batter's box. Here comes little Carson Rose. Wind up in his pitch. And he strikes out Tom Jankowski on a low pitch. So there are now 2 outs with a runner on first, but 3 runs in for the Diamonds in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes Carson Rose's pitch. Strike 1 on Keaton Kimmel. And that's inside, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch. And that was strike 2. Good pitch. Wind up, and here comes that pitch. Ball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And ball 3. He watches that one. Here it comes. The windup and the pitch. Oh, he was tempted to swing, but he held back, and now it's a full count. 4 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first and 2 out. And Keaton walks. So we now have runners at first and second. And, of course, it's the very, very dangerous Tommy Hernandez. Ball 1.
I'm just going to put him on. Here they did. So he's got
So, strike 1. There. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. You can only intentionally pass a batter once in the game. They've already done that to Tommy Hernandez. They have to just be careful this time. 3 balls, 1 strike. They're not going to give him anything too good. He's way too dangerous. Ball 4. 4 balls, 1 strike. In the dirt, ball 5, and that gives Tommy a walk that loads the bases. And here comes a Tom Jankowski, who Carson Rose has had his number all afternoon. So they'll try and finish this inning with Tom Jankowski at bat. Ball 1. 2 outs, and the bases loaded. The Diamonds up by 3 in the top of the 4th. And that's ball 2. And it's a foul ball. So strike one on Tom Jankowski. Definitely feeling the heat, that's for sure. Ball three. Carson does not want to walk him and score another run. This is his most likely person to get out if he can on this inning. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jankowski steps out. Now he steps back in. He's ready. Carson wind up and here comes the pitch. And 4 balls, 1 strike. Tom looked like he was almost ready to go for that one. He let it go real wisely. Here comes that pitch. And that's in the dirt. And he walked Tom Jankowski, which scores another run. Keaton Kimmel comes in. And it's now a 4-1 lead, 4-run lead. It's 6-2 Diamonds over Panthers. Keaton Kimmel up. I think everything's starting to get to Carson. The heat and his apparent difficulty with hamstring, maybe even the shoulder. He's wearing down. Strike, foul ball. He's showing his age at 16. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And there's a grounder to Jason Rose, who not only catches it, but then crawls to second base, touches it, and gets the batter out to end the evening. To end that inning. Yep.
No. There was a guy on first though. It's a force no matter what.
Yep. Force out.
Kian has to beat Jason. The first
Runner on second.
And so that is the end of the top of the 4th. That was a play you'll see on the highlights. That was an amazing, that's the first crawl force play that I've seen at Big League Wiffle Ball, and I've seen most of the games. You don't see that very often. You never see it, I don't think, in the majors, but who knows. Keaton Kimmel tries to finish it up here at the bottom of the 4th. He's got a very solid lead of 4 runs.
Oh, dude, I don't think Powers is pretty.
I get some reinforcement. My mom was giving me a hard time.
And here comes the first batter, Carson Rose. They've got their work cut out for them. Runners on second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. And the Diamonds have a 4-run lead.
You can leave it if you want. We don't need it. Joey, you can leave it for now. I will get it after this batter. Yeah, once.
Okay, here comes Carson Rose at bat takes ball 1 on the inside. Kimmel does not seem to be tiring at all. He has had an amazing series here. Here comes a second pitch, and it's a strike by Carson Rose. So we have 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, and a runner on second. Bottom of the 4th. Panthers need 4 to tie it. Strike 2.
74.
But it was 74.
It's still straight.
Still a strike, though, but that's the warning, right? Warning shot. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Carson Rose. Outside, ball 2. And it's a swing and a miss. Carson is out. Throws that bat. He is obviously not happy. Becomes tougher now to get those 4 runs with 1 out and only 1 on. But both of the batters who are batting today for the Panthers are very strong hitters. And that's a foul ball back into the announcer's booth here for strike one. Maybe ought to get masks on some of our people up here just to be safe. Ball one. What do you think, Commissioner? Give catcher's mask to the people in the booth just in case. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Looks like that was a little outside, too. Okay, they got 2 outs, and Carson Rose not walking very fast as he goes to pick up a bat. And this could be his last bat of this playoff series and for the season. Let's see what happens. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Keaton gets enormous movement on the ball. Enormous. And it's a ground ball to second, and no play. Carson gets a hit. Runners on first and third. And isn't he going to go to play third? Isn't Carson going to run over? Oh, Dad's. Okay. All right, we got runners on first and third. High, ball 1. 2 men on, but 2 outs. Carson gets another hit. He's had a few hits today. And it's a single for sure. Yep. Tom tries that throw to first, but it was too late. And a run scored. 6-3. Runners on first and second. He tried another one of those crawling things. That could be part of the league now here, that you'll see a lot of, especially the older guys, do a lot of crawling. Because that was Tom Jankowski trying to crawl it to first. So the tying run is at the plate now. He could tie it up with a home run, Carson Rose, as he hit one to tie it up in the 3rd inning. He hit an enormous home run. Could he do it again? If anybody can, Carson Rose can do it. Clearly, just about as dangerous as they come in big league wiffle ball. So we got 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on. And that's ball 2, the tying run at the plate. Could he do it again? Could he do it again? Oh, strike 1. That looked low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Carson Rose. Hit him in the head. Hit him in the head. He seems to be smiling, though, so he recovered quickly from that bean ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Oh, good pitch. Strike 2. He swings and misses. Okay, now Keaton is 1 strike away from winning this series. And that's it. He just struck him out. The series is over. The Diamonds win 6-3, and they go into the next round of the playoffs against the league leading Altitude. So, folks, we'll be back in a few days to show you the next round of the playoffs for Big League Wiffle Ball this season. Thank you all for joining us.